Is Shakur Stevenson signing with Mayweather Promotions? I'm not sure if you guys saw, but Shakur Stevenson has been all over social media, and one of the key things throughout all the drama, everything he's going at other fans, other boxers for criticizing his most recent performance. I'm not going to say Shakur had a bad performance because ultimately he got the job done, did what he needed to do. But was it exciting? Was it that stamp that I was asking for? Because obviously heading into free agency, Shakur, for those of you who don't know, is turning down a $15 million deal, or so it appears, for 5 fights, meaning that he would have made $3 million, give or take, per fight if he were to stay with Top Rank, but decided not to do that. And we saw on social media him on FaceTime with Floyd Mayweather, and obviously Floyd was probably just congratulating him, but a lot of people are speculating that maybe Shakur Stevenson is going to head in the direction of Mayweather Promotions and join the likes of Kermel Moton and make that Mayweather brand kind of come alive. Obviously, Leonard Ellerbe, the former CEO of Mayweather Promotions, stepped down, and now it's going to be more so, you know, hands-on for Floyd. He has to get back into it and put more effort into it now that he basically really only has Kermel Moton, who really has his name out there in mainstream boxing, or at least is breaking that glass into mainstream boxing, because he is a prospect, and he doesn't have that many fights, so maybe you can't call him a prospect yet. But for Shakur Stevenson, maybe he joins Mayweather Promotions. Maybe that's the way that, you know, Shakur gets out of this Top Rank deal. Because if anybody who doesn't know, Floyd Mayweather has kind of clearly given that blueprint to become your own boss. And he was, at one point under Bob Arum, and now, you know, he's obviously doing his own thing after many years of being his own boss. After leaving Top Rank and Bob Arum, he did his own thing, and that was the best thing for his career, because he made more and more money. He basically tripled his contract numbers and all the money that he made. So good for Floyd Mayweather, but is he going to take Shakur Stevenson under his wing? I think that'd be an interesting duo, right? You have a guy like Gervonta Davis out there, and, you know, Floyd Mayweather is being more of a mentor to Shakur, and then maybe giving him a game plan on how to beat a guy like Tank Davis. And that can make it a little bit messy. That can make, you know, the relationship between Gervonta Davis and Floyd Mayweather sour even more than it already has. Hopefully that's not the case, but it could be that Floyd Mayweather is kind of recruiting Shakur Stevenson to join him. Because if you guys don't know, Kermel Moton, you know, who's basically the main star at Floyd Mayweather's promotions, he was fighting, and after that, Floyd Mayweather was still at the event and said, when is Shakur fighting? He was very curious to see Shakur, and I know he respects Shakur as a boxer, so it'd be interesting to see that dynamic if Floyd Mayweather were to recruit Shakur Stevenson, and then, you know, Shakur eventually and inevitably signed with Mayweather and Mayweather Promotions. I think that'd be an interesting duo. Maybe he brings Mayweather Promotions back to life and gets it back on the map. And I think that'd be, you know, an interesting dynamic in general to see them, you know, side by side at promotions. I think it would be really interesting, especially taking into account, you know, all the Showtime history with Mayweather and Gervonta Davis, Leonard Ellerbe. You know, Mayweather used to be that guy on Tank's shoulder, you know, tapping him, giving him advice, whispering in his ear, telling him what to do and giving him instructions. But now that could be Shakur Stevenson, and we'll see what happens. I just think, you know, you guys know that I think Shakur is a great fighter. If you've been watching this channel, I always give him high praise, but I've been a little bit critical, not more so about his performance itself, but about, you know, how he reacts to people not being satisfied with his performances. I mean, like, Timothy Bradley just did an interview today, and if you guys, you know, check it out, make sure you go subscribe to my guy Sean Zattel. He's doing his thing, and he interviewed Tim Bradley, and Tim Bradley was talking about how Shakur needs to kind of grow up and stop caring so much about what people on social media are saying. Even me, don't care what I say, but ultimately you gotta stop caring about what people criticize you for, because ultimately, if you want to blame your opponent, you can't do that over and over again. You can't say what Shakur is saying, and he's talking about how if Artem was a more exciting fighter, it would have pressed the action and make it more exciting for the fans. You can't say that kind of stuff. You know, you were in the ring too, so it's also your responsibility as one of the two fighters in the ring to make it entertaining or make it not entertaining, you know. And Shakur getting the job done, I understand he had a good performance if you're looking at it as just getting the win. Solid performance. But if you're looking at it from the aspect of did you entertain the fans? Because I hate when people say because you want to see a knockout, because you want to see action, that you're a casual. How can you be a casual fan? Look at all the classic fights. Look at all the classic fights in the history of boxing. So many of them involve knockouts. So many of them involve, you know, exchanges where it's exciting and there are a lot of combination shots thrown. That doesn't make you a casual. I hate when people say that. Like, it doesn't make sense. I think that, you know, there's different aspects of boxing. Obviously, people are more drawn to the knockouts and the more exciting fights. What's wrong with that? You know, we always talk about growing our sport, and then we call people casuals when they want to see knockouts. Like, who doesn't want to see a knockout? Like, that's just the facts. I think even the boxing purists, they're not saying that if you like knockouts, you're a casual. Of course, even the most knowledgeable boxing expert likes to see a knockout. It's exciting. You know, are you dumb? Are you dumb? I genuinely think people that say you're a casual, you just want to see a knockout, you just want to see exchanges, that's not a casual. A casual is someone who doesn't know anything about the sport, who doesn't know who the fighters are, they don't know their types of styles. Then that's being a casual. But if people want to see, you know, the blood, the sweat, they want to see those exchanges, that doesn't make them a casual. That means they enjoy that aspect of boxing, the violence that comes along with the brutal sport. And that's not being a casual, that's being a fight fan, in my opinion. So I think people need to chill out with all that talk saying that, you know, just because you want to see a knockout, that makes you a casual. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You know, whoever says that, they're the casual, because boxing has many elements to it. I think that as long as you understand what a boxer is trying to do, and you understand that Shakur Stevenson, even though he's not the most exciting fighter, he's effective, you're not a casual. You can still prefer a style. You can still prefer watching Tank over Shakur Stevenson. That doesn't make you a casual. That's the dumbest take in the sport of boxing right now, that if you just enjoy knockouts, if you enjoy seeing a lot of exchanges, then you're a casual. Like, that's stupid. Like, I just don't understand the current, you know, community of boxing right now, because a lot of people say that. Even people I respect say stuff like, you know, people don't want to just see you box, they want to see knockouts and knockouts only. No, but we prefer knockouts, right? Like, wouldn't we all prefer an exciting and action-packed fight over Shakur Stevenson? Obviously, you know, doing great stuff in the ring, you know, rolling with shots, picking off shots, but ultimately when we see Tank go in there with that high guard and throw those uppercuts, those wild uppercuts, and get those guys out of there, of course Tank's more exciting. Of course people prefer watching Tank Davis over Shakur Stevenson. That doesn't make people a casual if they prefer watching Tank over Shakur. I'm watching Tank over Shakur most of the time, but that doesn't make me a casual. Me personally, I can appreciate what Shakur does, but I appreciate what Tank does more because it's exciting. I want to see a knockout. I want to see action in that ring. Who doesn't? You know, we don't want to see boring fights where guys are just outclassing other fighters. We want to see them make it exciting, and we want to see punishment. We want to see those shots thrown with conviction. Let's see you take some risks. Let's see that. Like, that's what I want to see from Shakur Stevenson, because for me, for Shakur, I always think that, you know, he always has more that he could have done. And I just think as a great fighter, you shouldn't have anything left to give, in my opinion, you know. That doesn't mean take risks to the point where you're exposing yourself to get hit with a crazy shot. I just mean every now and then, you know, you're so talented, you have the gifts to know when to exchange and know when to not engage in an exchange. But you gotta pick your moments, and with your talent, you should be able to land that nasty shot that could potentially end it. But I understand that they're two different styles, and I know for a fact that Shakur Stevenson and Tank, they're just not the same fighters. They got different styles, and that's just the way boxing is. No two fighters fight exactly the same. Shakur Stevenson is no Floyd Mayweather, and Floyd Mayweather is not Sugar Ray. That's just how it is. People always like to say this is the next guy, this is the next guy, but more so what they're saying is this is the next great fighter in the sport of boxing. And I think Shakur's a great fighter as well. I understand where the frustration is with a lot of fans. I understand why a lot of fans aren't happy with Shakur Stevenson, because it's not the most entertaining fight. Because you got to think about it. A lot of these people watching Shakur Stevenson are Tank fans. They know that Tank's exciting, so they say, okay, this is the guy that's supposed to beat Tank, so they go watch him, and they're saying, this is the guy, he's boring. But that doesn't mean he can't beat Tank. That just means he's not as exciting. You know, that's why I always say it's very possible that Shakur beats Tank, but Do I favor it? No, I gotta favor Tank in that fight. I think Tank wins by stoppage. I think that, you know, as good as Shakur Stevenson is, I think 36 minutes without getting touched by a significant shot from Tank, I just don't see it happening. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Floyd Mayweather potentially recruiting Shakur for Mayweather Promotions. I'd like to see it. I wouldn't be mad at it. Maybe, you know, Floyd could get the money that Shakur needs. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace. That's going to do it for another NASFight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.